Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Doris Talomun. I'm from Nigeria, but I currently live in Saudi Arabia and I talk about my experiences living here in Saudi Arabia. In today's video, I'd love us to have, a heart-to-heart discussion. I received a message from a friend of mine and she asked me a thought-provoking question, asked me if I regret, moving from Nigeria to Saudi Arabia, that do I regret my decision? I feel like someone out there could also benefit from what I have to say in regards to this because there are many doctors and nurses in Nigeria currently who seem, a bit frustrated about, the system. Things are not going well. Doctors and nurses are being underpaid. There's so much hardship in Nigeria and people are leaving, and here is what I have to say about my relocating to Saudi Arabia, whether I regret it or not. So I'll start with the cons. The reason why I would say I regret moving to Saudi Arabia, number one, is childcare. Oh my God. You don't want to know what my partner and I have been through, trying to raise this boy here all by ourselves. Back home in Nigeria, I had two helps, my younger sister and a nanny. And then my mother-in-law, though she lived in another town, she came in every weekend to spend weekends with us. So it was very easy. I had lots of time on my hands. I could go to work. I could do every other thing I wanted to do. There were always people around to help me with the child. But when I got to this place, reality dawned on me. It became, just my husband and I. And most of the times he's at work. I get to stay with the boy. And closely related to this, it has affected my relationship with, friends and family. People now think because I've moved out of Nigeria, I've become inaccessible. I don't want to relate to them anymore, but they have no idea what I deal with. So how do I wake up? This boy is less than 2 years. He's sitting there playing with his toys and I'm somewhere, chatting. I'm not giving him attention. I feel it's not good. He doesn't have friends here. Most of the time, the only friend he has. I shouldn't spend my time, operating my gadgets while he's there playing. How is he going to learn language? How is he going to learn social interaction if I'm not there for him? I'm the only one he has. So that has affected my relationship with people. However, I must commend a few friends who have, stood by me, who understand perfectly. So I really, really appreciate people who have understood, what it's like living here all by myself and doing all of this. So that's like one of the challenges I've had to face moving from Nigeria to Saudi Arabia. Then the next thing that I would say I regret leaving Nigeria for Saudi Arabia is the fact that I'm out of job. I don't have a job. I'm a full-time housewife, full-time mom. Basically, I wake up, I look after my boys, and that's my job. I take online lessons and like the only thing I do. And that was the reason why I started this YouTube channel in the first place. I felt like I've not been creative for a very long time, so I should get creative. So I create a little time I have to upload videos. That's why I'm begging you to support me, subscribe to my channel. It's not been easy doing this, so please let me not be working in vain. I beg, subscribe to my channel, okay? And another thing I'll say has been the downsides of moving from Nigeria to Saudi Arabia is the fact that I have not been in constant touch with my family. Most of my family members live in the village, in rural communities where, there is no accessibility to the internet. If I want to talk to my mom, my grandma, and my uncles for a long time, it has to be a lot of airtime. And the only option is internet calls. This is like Facebook and WhatsApp and all that. So it becomes very difficult in the sense that the internet connection in the village is not so good. So that has affected how often I get to talk to my mom. So like those are the downsides. Okay. On the flip side, which is like the pros of relocating to Saudi Arabia, I would say that our number one is financial stability. No, and don't get me wrong, we're not rich yet. We're not rich. We don't have money. We're just, a bit comfortable, owing that my husband knows when he's going to get paid. That way we plan better and we've been able to achieve a lot of things that would have taken a longer time to achieve if we had remained in Nigeria. And back in Nigeria, my husband worked 3 jobs to be able to make like half a million. So it was not easy at all. He would come home, spend like a day and go to work from one place to the other. The day I went to the hospital to give birth to Luto, he was not around. I drove myself to the hospital. So those are some of the sacrifices that one pays in Nigeria, and in the end you don't get to see value for all that you've done. So one of the pros of coming to Saudi Arabia is the fact that we've been able to have that, a little bit of financial stability. So if you are considering relocating from Nigeria to Saudi Arabia as a doctor or a nurse, or then it's a good move. It's a good move. But however, we're all praying that Nigeria should get better so that we will stop migrating to other countries, right? There is no place like home after all. Yeah. Another advantage I'll say I've gained moving to Saudi Arabia is the fact that I've come to appreciate my husband, my partner. Oh, God bless that guy. God bless him. I've always known he could go to any length for me, but he has really surpassed all that I had imagined. He helps me a lot, even when he's tired. If he comes back from work tired, he helps me. There's so much he does, I can't even go saying it here. But I must say that I've gotten to know him more. I really thank God for that. So that is one of the things that I would say has really been an advantage of us moving to Saudi Arabia. And another thing I do not regret moving to Saudi Arabia is the fact that I've gotten to see the world. I've gotten to experience, another culture apart from the one that I knew back in Nigeria. So I've gotten to meet new people, especially for my husband. He has made good friends, and I've also made great friends here. Shout out to Sobia. She's back to Pakistan now. She was the first friend I made when I got here. She was my neighbor, and the first day I got here, by evening she had brought me a plate of rice, and I was really happy and excited. So that's one of the advantages I would say I have gained moving to Saudi Arabia. As you can see, the pros outweigh the cons here. So it has not been a bad move at all, and I do not regret it. Even though I'm stagnant right now career wise, it is just temporal. Okay, everything is going to be all right, and the fact that my husband is growing in his career, it's a good thing, and I know that with time, sooner or later, I'm going to get back on track career wise, and I'm going to achieve all that I had always wanted to achieve. Okay, there's no rush at all, and I'm really grateful. Yeah, so it's not a bad move, and that is not to say that I am happy I left Nigeria. If Nigeria were better, I will not be here today. So my prayer is that, we've elected new leaders, though there's a little here and there going on, but I pray that in the end, the person who eventually becomes the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria after all this tussle should have the interest of Nigeria and Nigerians at heart, so that our country will become better, and those of us who are in diaspora can go back home and contribute our quota to the development of Nigeria. That is all that I desire. That is all that I wish for. So it's not like I'm here campaigning for people to, pack their bags and leave. But right now, I think it is the best option, especially for those who are in the medical field. Okay, you can't just keep working hours, long shifts, and then you're not getting value for all the efforts that you're putting in. That is all that I'm saying. All right, don't get me wrong. Thank you so much for watching this video. Let me hear your thoughts below. What do you think about this video? Did you enjoy it? And if you did, please don't forget to check out my other videos. I have great content on here about my life in Saudi Arabia, and check out my videos. Okay, don't forget to drop a comment below under this video, like it, and share to your friends and family. All right, and please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I will see you in my next video. Bye bye, guys.